What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So we got another episode of This Week in Warframe. We're going the entire weekly reset. And there seems to be something afoot with the Nightwave reset this week, so we'll be going over that when we go over the Nightwave challenges. Enjoy these types of videos, news videos, all that kind of stuff. Make sure to sub to this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Got lots of stuff planned for the next week, so you want to be checking out when that goes up. Also, I'll be live on stream right after this video goes up, doing some of these Nightwave challenges on stream. So if you want to come stop at the live stream, be my guest. Alright, let's start with the first weekly reset item. We got Teshin over here, and I actually don't know what Teshin has. You can sometimes have good stuff. You got a shotgun ribbon modded Teshin for 75 steel essence. Not really sure there's any good shotguns coming out in the Whispers in the Wall update, so I wouldn't really waste my steel essence on it if I were you. Either way, that's what Teshin's got. So, just a heads up. As far as what's been going on with this Nightwave season and what to expect this week in Warframe, if you've been watching my previous videos, you might remember that basically DE is going to be making some changes to the current Nightwave that we have right now. There's these new permanent weeklies that apparently weren't recoverable or whatever, but before the reset today, like randomly at like 6:30 p.m., my Nightwave challenges reset, but not all of them. Just the permanent weeklies reset. And then after I completed one of those permanent weeklies at like 6:30 p.m., the item refreshed again before the weekly reset. So I don't know. I've done that kill 500 enemies challenge like 3 times now, and I'm pretty sure it's giving me rep too. So I don't know what's going on there. But let's go and look at Archides' wares. We can talk about more about those Nightwave challenges here in a second. Okay, for the rotating stuff, we've got Orokin Reactor Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps, Rifle Riven Mod for 15 Pathos Clamps, Exilus Weapon Adapter for 20 Pathos Clamps, Secondary Arcane Adapter for 25 Pathos Clamps, and Forma Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps. None of that stuff's too important to me this week, but maybe if you need an Orokin Reactor for like the new Frame Corvex, whenever he comes out, you can go ahead and grab this. But yeah, as far as like news stuff this week in Warframe, there is going to be some pretty big money Twitch drops this week for Warframe. You're going to be able to get free Sevagoth frame for watching the Game Awards, and I am an official restreamer of the Game Awards, so you can watch my live stream for that if you want. And I'll be, of course, making a new Sevagoth build to go alongside that. We've also got some other drops, I think, next week too, and there should be a new Resurgence this week as well. So there's lots of stuff to be excited for this week in Warframe. Speaking of which, let's look at our Deviri weekly reset stuff, that we can talk about more about that weird thing that's happened to me earlier with the Nightwave. So for the normal path circuit, our frame choices are Gara, Korra, and Revenant. No questions, guys. Pick Korra here. Korra is by far the most annoying out of these 3 to farm, and her helmet is really good too. So definitely pick Korra for your normal path circuit this week. You will not regret it because she's annoying to farm normally. We've also got Accumulating Whip Claws by my rank up reward. A very nice augment for Korra to give you big damage. But Korra Prime does exist now, to be fair, so just keep that in mind. It's mostly for her helmet and for mastery. For the Steel Path circuit, your Incarnons, we got a pretty boring week this week, but let's see what we can take a look at here. Reminder, if you are rank 9 of the Opportunity Intrinsic, you can get these as extra options for your Steel Path circuit, instead of getting an Incarnon you already had. So we've got the Akin Brunt Incarnon, the Soma Incarnon, the Vasto Incarnon, the Nami Solo Incarnon, and the Burston Incarnon. So as far as what each of these does, when you go into Incarnon form for the Akin Brunt, aerial attacks and slide attacks will fire off these like ghost axes that can deal some okay damage. I've been messing with this one a little bit. Not really my favorite. It's a pretty slow weapon, but it can deal pretty okay damage. It's okay for acolytes. It's just a hard-hitting sword and shield weapon. I wouldn't really recommend it. These spectral axes it throws out, they're not as good as Exodia Contagion, but they can deal some damage. So if you're really looking for a new Incarnon melee, try it out. It's probably better than Nami Solo, I guess, but yeah, not exactly the best in the game at all. Okay, move on to the Soma Incarnon. This is one that was viewed as very disappointing when it came out. The Incarnon form makes it have increased multi-shot and increased status chance, but also slows the fire rate and reduces the crit chance in the Incarnon form. So that's what kind of ruined it for people. If you use things like Sevagoth's Augment Mod Shadow Haze, you can get guaranteed crit chance on here. But yeah, that's kind of like, that works on like every weapon in the game, to be honest. So the Soma Incarnon is really just not amazing. It's like usable tier, but not like amazing tier. So I wouldn't really highly recommend it unless you have big nostalgia for the Soma Prime, and maybe you can just use it as an upgrader for your Soma Prime normal shot. The Incarnon form can deal some good damage, but like I said, it reduces the crit chance, so who wants to see that? The Vasto Incarnon is very, very good for single target. When this thing goes into Incarnon form, you basically make it fan the hammer. You fire off like 6 bullets at a time, but you only have like 4 bursts of it before you lose your Incarnon form. So you're going in and out of Incarnon form a lot. Additionally, this weapon has Death Trap Trigger is one of its best options. Yeah, Death Trap Trigger on equip from primary, increase crit chance of crit damage by a lot. So it's going to be a lot of weapon swapping, a lot of, going in and out of Incarnon form. It's pretty bad if the enemy's jumping around like crazy. If you're using it on the Thrax, like trying to hit all headshots on the Thrax, it's like slicing with a scythe, can be pretty annoying too. But hey, it can still kill level 10,000 Thrax. I have used this for level 10,000 before. It can work. It's just, you have to be aware that you're using a single target weapon in your secondary slot. So I'd recommend it, but definitely one of the lower priority ones, just like most of the other ones. Basically everything this week is a low priority besides like Bursted maybe. Nami Solo Incarnon, it gets increased range in the Incarnon form. Also some good crit stats too if you pick those crit upgrades. There is no Nami Solo Prime. There's a Nami Skyla Prime, but no Nami Solo Prime. So just be aware of that you're picking a weapon that is not Prime. It could be an okay stat stick too with crit chance or status chance increases, but overall you're better with the Magistar or the Ceramic Dagger for Incarnon, or for Incarnon stat sticks that is. But yeah, if you got nothing else, feel free to pick it up. And then the last one for this week, the Bursted Incarnon. The Incarnon form is a full auto, heat laser, basically, and it fires bullets really fast. You also get tons of Incarnon ammo for this thing. So I would highly recommend this one. Think of it like the Burst, or the Bratton Incarnon, but it does less damage per bullet, and it has also less AoE, but it fires bullets so much faster, and you get so much more ammo that it ends up being pretty good in the end. So yeah, as far as my top recommendations this week, I'd say go for Bursted Incarnon, and then really whatever the second one is to you that you want. Do you want a secondary? You got one option for secondaries this week. Do you want a melee? I'd probably say go for Ak and Brunt over Nami Solo, but yeah, pick one of those two. Do you want a second primary for some reason? Go for the Soma Incarnon. But yeah, Bursted for sure number one, because these other ones are kind of stinky. All right, moving on to our Archon Hunt. Reminder, Archon Hunts are going to be more important going forward, guys, as we're getting new Archon Shards that will involve fusing Archon Shards together. For example, this red shard could be fused into like an orange shard, a combination of a red and a yellow, or it could be a purple shard, a red and a blue combined together. So make sure you're doing your Archon Hunts if you have access to these. This is unlocked from the Veilbreaker quest, and this is a weekly thing. Every weekly reset will show up. So it's the Crimson Archon Hunt. We got the Wolf Archon. Mission types Mobile Defense, Disruption, and the Final Boss Showdown. Good luck getting that Tau Shard. There will be Tau versions of these green shards too, from what we can tell. So be aware of that. All right, for the Call mission. Also, yeah, Call. Now, I wouldn't say you need to start doing the Call mission. Pablo said that we start getting more Archon Shards in the Echoes of Whispers update, which apparently is the name of an update in 2024. But yeah, for the time being, this is the only place you can get shards right now. Reminder, you can also farm stock from Call infinitely now. You got an Amber Shard at Chipper. Make sure you pick that up if you got the stock for it. The Call mission for me, and for everyone that's done every Call mission ever, like a crazy person, and yes, I have done every Call mission that's ever appeared. Yes, that is me. We have Junk Run, probably my second least favorite. You have Deathless, complete without dying or becoming veiled. Find and defeat the Sprog side mini boss. Reminder: if you have the 15-minute timer like they did this week, you can go do the entire mission and then backtrack to go fight Sprog after the 15-minute timer challenge is complete. Because this counts after you kill the final boss. The Sprog mini boss is like way at the beginning of the mission, so you can either reset the mission and just go fight Sprog, then abort after you kill Sprog, or you can go and turn around after you beat the mission with a 15-minute timer and then go hunt down Sprog in that way back spawn. It's not that bad. Additionally, we got 5 captured Ostrons, find the extra Thumper parts for Chipper, and destroy the Pazul Axums. I don't think I've ever done this Pazul's Axums challenge fully through because they're kind of hard to notice, but yeah, that's my challenges for the week. Go ahead and get that stock if you want to be grinding out those purple and green shards. All right, let's go ahead and look at the Nightwave challenge and then look at the Invigorations. All right, so as I was saying earlier, guys, these challenges for me reset like 3 times. I don't know what happened, but I'm currently at like rank 6 with 6k rep, and I didn't even do any of this stuff. And also, the mission complete one is reset for me. So these might be broken. I don't know. They might be broken in a good way or a bad way. But either way, they seem broken right now. Just be aware of that when you're signing in, that these permanent weeklies, these new things they added are... Well, first off, I don't see the Elite Weeklies. Oh, the Elite Weeklies are up here now. Okay, so they've reorganized this stuff. So the Elite Weeklies are above the permanent weeklies now. Okay, we're getting used to the new stuff here. Looks like... Yeah, hopefully DE changes this back, because we have less rep now with this change, because it's only like these, so there's one rotating normal weekly, or two rotating normal weeklies, and these 3 elite weekly, these 3 permanent weeklies, and there's 2 elite weeklies too, so. It might be the same as before, but it's a lot less variety than before. It's like, hack 10 consoles in 1 week, like what? So we're reading these challenges. We have the first challenge, hack 10 consoles, so if you can figure that out, good job, you get your Nightwave rep. Mine 3 rare gems in the Orb Valis. So that's going to be on Fortuna, Venus. You can go into the caves. Either blue or red veins will work for this. And our new permanent weeklies, air quotes, we have kill 30 Eximus, so go like Elite Sanctuary Onslaught or whatever. Complete 15 missions, like 15 capture missions or whatever. 500 enemies. You can do Elite Sanctuary Onslaught for both of these. But I was doing these challenges like multiple times before the reset happened. I did Elite Sanctuary Onslaught for kills, overall kills, and then Eximus kills. In one wave, I got both of these done like 3 times over. So really easy. And then for the Elite Weeklies, kill 100 Eximus. You have 30 Eximus and 100 Eximus. They really don't think that we're good at fixing things or solving problems around here. They just have the most basic stuff possible. And the last Elite Weekly is complete an arbitration mission. You can just go in there and do 1 rotation and leave. So you don't need to be in like a 30-minute survival or whatever in this arbitration to get this done. So a pretty tame week, I'd say, as far as the challenges. We'll see if these actually end up working for me, even though they worked earlier, but then it's not progressing again. So I don't tell you. So moving on to the next one, we got the Nightwave Store here, and we've got the new organization system. I love so much, DE. Actually, no, they changed the organization system back, it looks like. To an extent, they did. We got our evergreen stuff at the top. We've got the helmets for these frames. If you like any of these, feel free to pick them up. We got a Kalervo helmet here. That's cool. This Kalervo helmet is really nice. The Kalervo Uzva helmet. I don't know if this was here before, but yeah, we got it now. And as far as we got efficient beams. Okay, so this is a new thing with this Nightwave. They are bringing back old Nightwave augment mods that have not been accessible for a long time. So this one is a must-use on this weapon, the Convectrix. For the Convectrix, only consumes ammo when dealing damage. Also, plus 150% status chance. This is a beam shotgun, so you will not consume any ammo unless the weapon is actively dealing damage to an enemy that is on. So highly recommend this one. It's a must-run augment, like I said. And it makes the Convectrix like really, really slash monster, so pick that up for sure. We also got Bursting Mass of the Mutilus Quanta. I have not used this thing in forever. I don't remember how good it is, but the Infested Mass accumulates 200% of the damage that goes through it and deals at 50-meter radius. That sounds kind of interesting. Maybe I'll try that out pretty soon. But yeah, that's for the Mutilus Quanta. For Aura Mod, you get Enemy Radar, Infested Impotence, and Shotgun Scavenger. Enemy Radar is good, but we have built-in Enemy Radar now, so it's not as useful as before. For your Mastery Fodder down here, we've got the Glaive Normal, and we've got the Dark Dagger. So if you need those for Mastery, go for it. The Normal Glaive is nowhere near as good as the Glaive Prime, just FYI. There's also Wolf Beacons here, too. For PvP augment mods, we got Purging Slash, Skull Shots, Brainstorm, and Focus Acceleration. Skull Shots and Brainstorm are very similar mods, actually. They give you 100% ammo efficiency on headshots, so if you want infinite ammo on your weapon, go ahead and pick those up for the Viper and the Garcata. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at that Invigoration segment, so we can see how unlucky I got this week, because I get the worst Invigorations every week, it feels like. But yeah, guys, if those permanent weeklies keep resetting over and over again, it's going to be a real quick Nightwave. So I'm probably not going to have the Catalyst augment this week, but there will be people that do have it that are like on Xbox, wherever the glitch was happening, where you got rank 10 in like 2 days, you lucky dogs, you. Let's go ahead and look at these Invigorations. Reminder, these are random per player. I just show these for fun, to maybe potentially show a funny build video later in the week. So we got our first one for Excalibur, increased primary damage and 1,000 extra health. Not exactly what I'm looking for on Excalibur, but would be a decent upgrade. For Vobomb, we got melee crit chance and sprint speed. Okay, I keep getting, like, weapon stats that are not helpful. If we get a double credit weekend at some point, I'd love to have a good one for Chroma, but the last one we got is for Anaros. Oh, man, we got ability, range, and parkour velocity. I don't think Anaros really needs those stats, but that's pretty cool. I could probably override this on somebody for extra range. Okay, it's only 100% ability range. Got it. So if I maybe threw that on, like, who's the newest frame? Dagoth? I don't think Dagoth would really do that much with it. I guess her Doom and Gloom spread would be better, but yeah, maybe I'll throw this on Saren for just nuking down a huge area of enemies or something. But either way, guys, hope you found this video fun and helpful. Good luck with those challenges. I hope they don't glitch out for you like they glitched out for me. But if they do glitch out for you, maybe it's a good way, not in a bad way. And I will see you in the video tomorrow and also on stream in about 10 minutes. So take it easy, guys. Bye!